What's up again, y'all? It's Tuesday. Still beginning of the week. Hotep to you. Ashe. This is Simba, Faraji, Saku, and I will just be talking about, my name, changing the name and why, I changed my name personally and why I'm planning on making it official and why it's good to change your name, especially if you're that melanin, rich melanin people, black folk. Um, yeah, so going through my spiritual path, I was learning a lot of things, like I said on the past video, about slavery and African culture. And learning about slavery, I figured out how the names that we have were Eurocentric names, European names that were attached to our people to signify property. And they use this against you to even today to signify their property. You're still a slave. It's more so mental now than physical. Back then, they labeled this person as Mr. Johnson's slave, or this is Mr. Williams' slave, or Williamson's slave, or Harris slave. Um, they took away the African names. Just like they took away the African education and the spiritual systems and everything like that. So on a path of becoming free and liberated, I took the chance and said, you know what, I'm gonna take. It's not even a chance. I took the step of freedom, breaking the chain, and declaring my changing my name. And yes, I went through a lot of different names because it's a process that you have to find the right one because it's going to stick with you for the rest of your life. Once you officially take care of the business and the paperwork to change it. But the particular name that I chose is Simba Baraji Saku. And the word Simba, and people say, oh, Lion King. Yeah, it's actually a Swahili word. Swahili near Kenya in Africa, that means lion. This is where the director from Lion King got the name from. I picked Simba because growing up, not only am I a Leo, but growing up, my mom always called me her little lion. She said I used to roar and throw tantrums, get mad. Growing up, I was always a fighter. My life motto is always have a heart of a lion, courage of a king, no worries, no fear. And just growing up, I used to fight through different situations that a lot of people would be so depressed about, but I used to, find some way to fight up out of it and encourage myself before anybody else did. Um, Kind of like that warrior mentality that's already deep, deeper in me. As I got older, my mom started calling me her junior lion, and she used to tell me, when you're younger, your favorite lion was Lion King, your favorite movie was Lion King. I mean, my favorite movie was Lion King, and to today it still is my favorite childhood movie, Disney movie, Lion King. And then I started really paying attention to my life once I started focusing on myself. Um, and my story, my journey was just like Simba's. I went through a couple of things that were, going through in life. I left the city of Tampa, Florida, which I love so much. I left and went to Daytona Beach by myself. Um, I met new friends. Wasn't that close with them, but met new friends. A small group of friends that were really cool people. I still keep in contact with. And I came back on something that Symbol came back on. Basically, when he looked in a reflection and saw himself. And he looked at himself and he had the self knowledge and assurance and the power to know that he's a king like his father. Um, so this is what I went through, the same thing, finding myself and encouraging myself and becoming strong and understanding and coming to the realization that I'm a king and that I'm a god on this earth. Um, so I picked the word Simba You know, when I first heard someone say it, it rung. Had a good vibration to it. You know, a lady at my church, when I actually tried to go to church when I came home for one time, didn't work. But when I was there, the lady, you know, she was like, you know, how you doing, Simba? And it really made me smile. I felt really good. Um, there's nothing wrong with the name Mario, but you know, I just feel like I need a name that fit me more. You know, so the Simba, the end of the word Simba is Ba, B-A. If you were wondering, Simba, the Ba in ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, Ba means heart and soul. So at the end of Simba, you have Ba, which is heart and soul, making the name 10 times more powerful. Middle name or Raji is also a Swahili word um, that means consolation, which basically is comfort or relief. You know, breaking the chains, becoming more liberated and free. You know, going on a spiritual path. I become have more comfort with the ancestors and with the universe and nature and myself and my well-being, and I have a relief. I can breathe because now I have that fresh air. I can actually breathe. I'm alive now. You know, I'm not sleepwalking or dead anymore. So Faraji, this is why I picked it, because basically what I just said, I became, you know, a little free, had relief, you know, less stress, less pain, less anger, less hate, less negative energy. And the favorite part of the name, and there's another reason why I put it in the middle, is because the word Ra, sun deity, the creator of all, the third eye of the mental universe, the third eye of the mental universe, the sun deity in ancient Kemet and all over Africa. The sun was depicted as God, giving all our energy and nutrients and light and spirit, because you know energy is spirit. Um, it just flows through everything. Without the sun, none of this would be here right now. Um, so seeing how the sun connects with the melanin and with different people, all of us basically. Um, that name really stuck with me. So to see it in the middle of my name gives it that light, that illumination, that power. Raji. And the name sounds cool too. But Saku. Man, I had to make this the last name because the word Saku. You know, in my studies, I picked up a book on African psychology. No one told me to do it. I found it in the library in Daytona Beach at Bethune-Cookman University. Um, I was getting deeper into the reading of the book. Nice book, African psychology book. I came across the word Saku, and it struck me, and I was like, wow, because it meant psyche, soul, spirit. And on a spiritual path, that's perfect. You know, it's stated that in ancient Kemet, a long time ago, Egypt, people were searching for their Saku. You know, basically the psyche, soul, spirit, knowledge of self, finding yourself, connecting the spirit and the soul and the psyche together as one. You know, reigning more supreme in your own being. And I looked it up on a computer, and it also stated that you know it signifies illumination, wisdom, understanding, and healing. Which on your spiritual path you come through a lot of healing of yourself. Um, so searching the Saku, finding the Saku, reaching the Saku really stuck with me. And the name, it vibrates so well, Saku. And not to mention that the Sahu, if you remove the K, Sahu, Sahu, is is where is ancient Kemetic word also that means um the dwelling place of the soul. Um, my soul actually is who I really am. All of us, our physical body is just a vessel, the temple, in which your soul dwells. The Ku, if you remove the SA and you just have KHU, it deals with the physical, mental, and spiritual connection. It's also an ancient Kemetic word. The realization of the the mental and the physical and the spiritual coming together as one great power. So the name rings powerful. So this is why I picked the name Simba or Simba Baraji Saku. So if you were wondering, this is why I picked the name. This is why I love that name so much, and it rings and vibrates on a higher frequency. Um, it's a freedom name. Uh, if you're looking for any advice, I'll help you. I know some people to help you, with your paperwork and stuff. I'm in the process of doing that. Um, yeah, so be more Afrocentric, man. Don't let these people control you mentally. Don't let these people control your spirit with the Holy Bible and the Quran and with these religions, man, that don't even really exist. They're just a whole bunch of stuff made up to really control you. Um, really learn yourself and learn the world. Learn everything. Analyze things, ask questions, and when you start, feeling empowered, you're gonna really want to start being free and to be liberated and being able to, you know, rise like the phoenix. So change your name. I encourage it. People, people disagree with the name that heard it. People gonna disagree when they hear it and see it and read it, but oh well. It's something that rings with my soul. It vibrates with my soul on a higher frequency, like I said. It's powerful. It demands attention. So I encourage you to look into, your name changing. Google your last name that you have now and see where it leads back to. Mine led back to some English white guy. Nothing against white people, but I got everything against white supremacy. So if you're part of that 1% that does, uphold white supremacy, whether you're Uncle Tom or you're disloyal black person or Spanish person, whatever, yeah, we're against you. So I'm definitely down for people becoming more Afrocentric and changing the mind. Even Tupac stated, when you get an African name, don't just do it just for a trend or for whatever. Do it because you're really coming on a spiritual path. You're really getting closer to your African roots. You're really breaking that chain, becoming free and becoming liberated. It's not just some game. This is serious. So really find something that rings with you. Don't let nobody else give you your name. You give yourself your name. You're the master of your own universe, and it's time to take that role and be that king or queen or god or goddess that you need to be. So that's it for that. I'll be touching in more videos, getting on more things, speaking on more things, ask questions. Like I said in the last video, email me or inbox me on Facebook, text me if you have my number, call me. I help you with stuff that I know and direct you to people that know more who are helping me. Give you some books to read and stuff like that that educate you in certain things. So yeah, Simba, Baraji, Saku, Hotep, Ashe, Namaste, to you that know that word. Yahuru, thank you.